So, in this episode, we will be talking about 14 different ways to relieve stress naturally. You know, I love to relieve things naturally, especially when it comes to my health, but do keep in mind that if you feel as though it has come to a point of where it is out of your hands and out of control and it's a more severe case, please be sure to speak to a physician or a doctor. But for those of you who are like me, here are just a few things that you can do naturally to help relieve stress. And just a quick recap on what we talked about in our last episode. Of course, we talked about stress, but stress can and has occurred in most of our lives at one point or another. But of course, each of our experiences with stress has differ. So there are three main types of stress. We have acute stress, who can come on more quickly and oftentimes is very unexpected. It doesn't last long and it is very manageable. Those who experience acute stress oftentimes do so by responding to an event in their life, an unexpected event, of course, such as a job deadline, exams that you don't feel like you studied enough for, or even public speaking. Episodic stress can occur when we frequently experience acute stress or when we live in a chaotic or a kind of a crisis lifestyle. Then the third kind of stress is chronic stress, and it is the most severe and most dangerous type of stress. And if left untreated for too long, chronic stress can cause irreversible mental and physical damage. So let's move on to a few of our natural ways to relieve stress. First on our list is breathing exercises. Now, breathing exercises work rather quickly and can be done anywhere and at almost any time, and it's perfect for acute stress. By focusing our breath or changing the way that we breathe, you can have a great impact on our overall stress level. In a matter of time, it can calm your body and your mind. There are different types of method that you could do, but to start off, you can simply just start breathing in your nose slowly and watch your abdomen fill with air. You count slowly to 3 as you inhale. You hold for 1 second and then slowly exhale through your nose, and you can repeat this as many times as possible. Just give it a try whenever you feel like you are in a stressful situation, but most of the time you will definitely feel like an instant change. Also, you can do the same technique, but instead on the slow inhale, imagine inhaling fresh, calm, and peaceful air. And as you exhale, imagine exhaling all of the stress and tension. Just imagine it leaving your body. So the second technique on our list is exercise. Putting physical stress on your body can have a positive effect on your body and on your stress, of course. Exercising 30 minutes a day, 5 times a week, can lower your body's stress hormones, which is cortisol and adrenaline, and you can release feel-good hormones called endorphins. By exerting the built-up energy, and when your body is being flushed with these hormones, you, in preparation for the flight or fight response, you can help reduce the feelings of stress. If you're having trouble sleeping at night from stress, exercising can help you fall asleep and stay asleep much longer, and you'll go into a deep sleep and you'll have a much more restful sleep. Exercise also increases your confidence. Let's face it, all that working out is going to have positive physical effects on your body, and with that new physique, who wouldn't have a confidence level skyrocket? Exercise doesn't have to be a chore. If you are able to find a routine and activity that works best for you, it will basically become part of your new healthy lifestyle. Doing activities outside can kill 2 birds with 1 stone, but we will definitely get into that a little later when we talk about getting in tune with nature. There are several different activities you can do, whether you are a type of person that likes to be around people, aka the extrovert, or if you like to be alone when you do things, aka the introvert, aka me. Activities involving repetition of movement from large muscle groups and get your heart rate up are the most effective. Some of those activities, just to name a few, would be walking, jogging, riding your bike, swimming, dancing, my favorite, rock climbing, and kayaking. These exercises, like I said, can reduce overall levels of tension. It can elevate and stabilize your mood, improve your sleep, and of course, improve your self-esteem. So if you're feeling the pressure of stress, it may be time to incorporate a little bit of exercise into your daily schedule. So speaking of exercise, we can move on to the next one, and that is practice yoga. Yoga is a great practice that combines meditation, physical movement, controlled breathing, stretching, and light exercise. This is what makes it an effective tool when combating the symptoms of stress. You might not be able to feel the change immediately, but overall, over a long period of time, you can definitely reap the benefits of yoga when you incorporate it into your daily routine. If you're unsure on where to start with yoga, take a few beginner classes in a group setting, or if you're a loner, such as myself, you can definitely opt to take a few classes at home. Basically, go into your search bar, type in yoga for beginners, and off you go. Now, like I said, yoga does incorporate meditation, and that is another stress reliever that we have on our list. Meditation has been proven throughout the years to be effective in relieving stress. When you mix this with deep breathing, you have a powerful house for naturally confronting stress. There are several different types of meditation practices that can help battle stress. Meditation enhances mindfulness or focus on a particular object, thought, or activity. Once practiced a few times on a regular basis, it does allow you to achieve you'll feel mentally clear and emotionally calm. You'll have that for a great state of mind, which is great when you're trying to deal with stress. Meditation allows for awareness and getting a healthy sense of perspective. It also allows you to turn off your thoughts and feelings. It doesn't tell you to turn off your thoughts and feelings. It just shows you a different way. It shows you to observe them without judgment. Practicing meditation on a regular basis joins your body and your mind together into one. You start to become more aware of your body as you begin to get in tune with your inner self. Proper and regular meditation techniques can enhance your mood and can be as effective as an antidepressant. So a few types of meditation is guided meditation, calming meditation, insight meditation, focus meditation. You can do a body scan, you can do noting, loving kindness, and the list goes on and on. So definitely check out a few of the meditation techniques. Find out which one is best for you, best suited for you. You don't have to choose just one. You can choose a few of them and start somewhere and just see how it goes for you. So if you're ever feeling a little stressed out, try to incorporate that into your daily schedule and get ready to reap the healing benefits of meditation. So next on our list we have is spending time with loved ones. When you're stressed out, most of the times you don't want to be around other people. Most of the time you just want to sit there and be in your room, curled up under a blanket, watching sad love movies or on Lifetime all day. That might not be the best situation because that allows your thoughts to run rampant, and it allows your mind to go into, especially like if you had a big argument with your significant other and your words will be replayed over and over in your head, you can tend to overanalyze everything and make up things that weren't even true. I'm sure we can all relate to this in some kind of way. So what I started doing is go and be with family and friends, and they can actually help. They can help with your stress. They can help work out a new way that you can manage your stress or manage that task that is stressing you out. Just be around people that aren't toxic, because it's ineffective if you're around people that are toxic people, because that kind of just undoes whatever you're trying to do. But they also, just being around people can also just get your mind off of whatever that you're stressing about. So if you are like millions of Americans right now, we are on lockdown. Well, not even Americans, just people all around the world. If you're like people all around the world and you can't be there physically with someone, a simple phone conversation can also help. It does the same thing. You can help work out your situation. They can give you ideas and even distract your mind from what is causing your stress. But if you are able to see them in person, give and get a hug. Physical contact releases a hormone that is associated with happiness and lower levels of stress called oxytocin. Now, oxytocin is also known as the cuddle hormone, and it can be very beneficial when combating stress. So next on the list is one of my absolute favorites, and it is aromatherapy. Hopefully you can find as much value in it as I have. But aromatherapy uses parts of the plants, the chemical compounds found in parts of the plants, and they can actually help with relieving stress as well as anxiety. It can help with your hormone imbalance and so much more. Aromatherapy can be very therapeutic during times of high stress. Certain fragrances have natural calming and stress relieving properties, and there are several different ways that you can incorporate these therapeutic aromas. So lighting candles, incense, you can put a few drops of essential oil into essential oil diffuser and infuse the fragrances into your home. That way you can even smell the essential oils directly from the bottle. Believe it or not, a lot of body products have, a lot of just personal care products in general, they have essential oils. So you may be getting benefits and you may not even know it. But as you may know, if you haven't already, go ahead and check out selfverve.com. We sell a whole bunch of aromatherapy products that are specifically designed to help relieve stress and anxiety. So go ahead and give that a try. Some of the essential oils that we use and some essential oils that help relieve stress and relax you would be lavender, rose, vetiver, ylang-ylang, bergamot, Roman chamomile, neroli, orange blossom, frankincense, sandalwood, and geranium. So when you are using essential oils, also always be sure to consult with your physician before using them, and be sure to read the labels and different way in the way that you're supposed to use it very carefully, because some of these essential oils are very strong, so you don't want to overdo it. But like I said, go ahead and check out Self Verve's collection. We have a lot of stuff over there, so go ahead and give that a try. See what works for you. So next on our list is Be Creative. And being creative can help relieve stress by distracting your mind and focusing on one action other than your stress factor. Research has even shown that coloring actually has a meditative effect when coloring complex geometric patterns. Those patterns, I'm sure you've seen them around, would be like the mandalas, where they have like coloring books full of mandalas, and you can color them, and they're really nice. You can be really creative with those. But being creative doesn't have to be limited to coloring. It can also include digital arts, music compositions, hobbies, journaling. Actually, being creative is how I started this podcast and my business in general. I love writing. It's one of my outlets, and I decided to go ahead and write for you guys different ways that you can relieve stress and anxiety so that you guys don't have to suffer as much. So I hope you guys do find a lot of value in what I'm doing. So next on our list is Express Gratitude. It's another easy and little effort way to relieve your stress symptoms, is to express gratitude. But what actually does that mean? It basically means be thankful for the things you have instead of worrying about the things that you don't have. Expressing gratitude can be as simple as being thankful for a sunny day or being grateful that you have a loving family and great bill of health. Studies have shown that showing gratitude helps you with your mental health. It helps you have a better quality of life as well as reduce stress. You can talk out loud what you're thankful for. You can write it down in a gratitude journal. Either way, it can be very beneficial to make being grateful a regular habit. Next on our list is cognitive framing. This one is always fun, and it requires a little bit of work on your side because our subconscious is telling us to speak one way, but we want to correct that way. So basically, cognitive reframing is a simple way to help you think of a world around you in a different light. It is about taking a sentence or a phrase such as "my back is killing me" and turning it into a positive phrase and saying that my back could feel better. By doing this simple change, you can ultimately change your thoughts and your experience about a situation. The words that we say to ourselves can turn simple stress into a major traumatic event, or it can turn a really bad day into a mild one. It can change our physical response to stress to a perceived stress into an actual one. It's all about what we tell ourselves, so why not tell ourselves a little bit more positivity throughout the day? Next is make time for yourself. I feel as though, me personally, that a lot of people, me included, don't do this enough. We don't take time for ourselves. So whether you enjoy sitting in a cozy spot and reading a book, tending your garden, or taking a nice relaxing hot bath, be sure to find some time for yourself. Because all day we spend time taking care of others, whether it be a family member or meeting our boss's demands. When do we really have time for ourselves to do what we really enjoy doing? Find that time and commit to that time. Put aside other people's needs for a few moments and take care of yourself. It's okay to be selfish at times. Set a time in your day and commit to that time for yourself. Let other people and your family members know that time is for you, and I'm sure they can understand. Next is music. Listening to music. So listening to soothing music, I find that binary beats and Reiki music has helped and is very beneficial. Can help relieve some of the stress you may be experiencing. Some of the genres that studies have shown would be sound frequencies, Native American music, Celtic music, Indian stringed instruments, drums, flutes, light jazz, and classical. Now, I mentioned binary beats and solfeggio. I hope I'm saying that right. Solfeggio beats. Those are the ones that I listen to, and they actually use sound frequencies, and they're very helpful for relieving stress. You can actually research or search different things that you want to do for when you're listening to the binary beats. It doesn't just have to be stress. It also helps a great deal when you are trying to sleep. They have a whole bunch of them on YouTube for free that you can listen to for hours and hours while you sleep, and they have all different kinds of stuff. So definitely go check that out. I might even post a few of them up on my website for you guys so that you can enjoy that. But for the most part, you want to find music that is slow and quiet. And when listening to these genres, it tends to have beneficial effects on your body by slowing your heart rate, lowering blood pressure, and decreasing levels of stress hormones. There is no right or wrong genre here, only you can be the judge of how the music affects you and your stress. So going back to getting in tune with nature. Nature. I absolutely love nature. I am like one of the biggest nature freaks out there. Hopefully you'll find some value in getting back in tune with nature. But another one of Earth's natural path to stress relief. Having a stressful day, mad at your boss or significant other, go back to the basics. Take a walk in the park. Granted, it isn't below freezing outside. Watch a few nature shows or view a few scenic pictures. By doing this, you can reduce anger, fear, and stress. You are also increasing pleasant feelings. Exposure to nature makes you feel better emotionally and contributes to your physical well-being by reducing blood pressure, like I said, heart rate. It can reduce muscle tension, and it will increase the production of reduce the production of stress hormones. But you don't only have to view scenic pictures. You can listen to nature sounds, which is similar to listening to soothing music, and that can be just as beneficial as well. As human beings, we can get caught up in the hustle and bustle of the modern day, so it's best to go back to our roots pretty much. You want to think about it as that, because that's where we were before all the computers and technology. We were outside in nature on a daily basis. So try that and give it a try. So if you are looking for some great nature shows or great nature pictures, try green environments such as forests, rainforests, jungles, bamboo. You can look at mountains, waterfalls, rivers, animals in the wild. Some of the sounds that can help as well would be running water from a creek or a brook, thunder, rain, birds chirping, or even leaves rustling in the wind. I know when I was stressed out or had anxiety, I would go to this little creek behind my house and just listen to the water roll over the rocks for a little while. I stayed there for about like 10 minutes, and it just completely just helped relax me. I also would deep breathe while I was doing that, just to increase the amount of increase the different methods of how I'm reducing my stress. I found myself more centered and more at peace with the situation that was going on. I hope you do too, and I hope you can find that peace from your stress. Just a side note, I do enjoy gardening and I have a few of my fish tanks. So I do have a few of my videos posted on YouTube, so you can check that out if you want to. Next is write it down, which I kind of touched upon a little bit earlier in this podcast, but journaling during the most stressful moments, you can try writing out your frustrations, what is bothering you. And actually, like I said, this is how I began my blog and began my business. So hopefully it can help you as well. But keeping a journal also allows you to write what you want to say to someone without hurting their feeling or saying something you don't really mean, especially if it's out of anger. And it doesn't always have to be negative. It is said that writing down what you're grateful for, gratitude, we're going back to the top, that can actually help relieve stress. Another topic to think about is if you're in a stressful situation, try and write down, different life goals and what you want to do to help get yourself out of that situation. You can also write inspiration to yourself or to family members. You can write notes to yourself telling yourself how special you are and how you're going to have a great day. If you decide to write notes to loved ones, you can tell them how much they mean to you. There's always something to write, and it's very inexpensive to do. All you need is pen and paper and your thoughts. So last on our list is eliminate stress, and I can't stress this enough. Eliminate stress in your life. Go and quit that job that you hate. No, I'm just kidding. Please don't do that. But of course, there are some things that can cause us stress that we can't get rid of, like quitting your job. But getting rid of the stress that we can control will significantly reduce our stress levels. Getting rid of things that cause us stress can give way to experience peace. This may not always be as easy as it sounds, especially when it comes to relationships with people, but if you feel that relationship is causing you nothing but stress and very little attitude, then maybe it's time to get rid of that relationship or keep the relationship at a minimum if you can. And it will hurt. Trust me, it will hurt. But you have to think of you sometimes, and you have to think of the benefits that it will give you in the long run. So that is all that we have for today. Just a little sum of what we spoke about today. Of course, we briefly talked about different types of stress and how it affects our lives on a regular basis. Some can get more stressed out than us, but ultimately it can affect our life in a great way. Finding out what type of stress we are suffering from is the first start in our journey. The next step is to find the help that we need or different ways to manage our symptoms. There are many ways to relieve and manage stress. You can choose one or you can choose 5 different ways to relieve stress as long as they fit into your schedule, into your personality, and into your lifestyle. I wish you all the best of luck in finding the right stress relieving strategies that works for you and in your journey to living a stress-free lifestyle. So next week or next episode or whenever the next time you listen to me, we will be discussing the causes of stress and tips to avoid stress. So I definitely hope that you guys are able to stay tuned for that. And as always, until next time, I wish you nothing but peace.